Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back with more Skyrim Creation Kit. This may look familiar to you. You're like, didn't we do this yesterday? Yes, we did, and then it crashed. It really annoyed me, but c'est la vie. It's where we are, so we're just gonna do it again. We lost, I don't know, maybe an hour's worth, so it isn't too bad, but it still really bummed me out. So, anyways, I'm just hiding some things. Make it easier for myself. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, today we're going to be listening to Rafa review. This video is a couple years old. A year old. A year and a half, I think. Yeah. But he's reviewing Iron Fist games that he played back in 2021, and he reviewed this in 2022. So, that's what we're going to be listening to today.
Almost 100, maybe 100, and he dodged that rocket. If he took the damage and then orbed in, this would be a shitty fight. But because he's dodged the damage and come out on top, it's twice as painful for me. And now I'm having to be careful with my aim so that I don't like just deal a shit ton of damage to myself as I'm hitting him, and that gives him a better angle. And I just don't manage to kill him. So everything had to go right there. He had to make a play happen for himself, and he managed to. So I know that I'm going to lose out on Mega, but it's okay. I could still try to contest for control with the 6 frags. So I'm just trying to figure out his positioning, what he's doing. And so he's trying to fight for this. And here, man, these are just perfect rockets. And I get a little unlucky not to push and contest him here and go steal the heavy. So after that, I just back off, let him go get it. And all I'm looking to do here is to trade my life. I realize that now might be an okay time to catch him over at Cubby. I have Spit. He shouldn't have orb back yet from the previous fight. And I might be able to do something. I might be able to like die while I'm taking the Mega and make him really weak. And then I'm up 5 still, but then our stacks are pretty even then off the spawn. But I miss everything. Just I didn't get there and close the gap in time. Like I should have been more aggressive with my angle. I played it too passively, and he played the back and forth game with LG to like make rockets difficult perfectly, and so he gets a really clean kill. And now I'm like, this should have been a perfect game where I don't have to worry about anything. But now this is doable. If he gets another clean frag and then he can force some bad spawns, like I could be in some trouble. So thankfully he misses the rail. It was good sleuthing from him to try to like look for that. Just unfortunate miss. Oh, excuse me. Yep. So right now I'm just trying to keep tabs on timing. When he goes for that, I can go for rocket. I spit again, just to like if he comes out and tries to fight, he's going to be spit on, taking damage, and then when he collects the Mega. So this forces his dodging to be a bit more predictable. I'm trying to deal max damage because I know this armor is up. I'm trying to defend for it, and we're actually about even right now. He's at 200. I'm at like 175 total. So I looked to catch him, and I just unfortunately don't catch him before the portal with damage. Like we go the portal, and I didn't telefrag him either, even though on my screen when we were playing, I was like almost like stuck, like on his model. But we have a messy fight here. I end up backing off because I'm like, it's okay. If I push in, I'll just give a frag for free. So I'll just rather back off. Um, Look to see if I can get center position, which this is a nice move that he's done to cut me off early enough and to get center ground. Because I know I can't contest me. I don't have rail. So he's going to be able to get heavy. And then this is unfortunate because as I spammed the Tribolt, I couldn't hear him coming through because Tribolt sound is so loud. and he perfectly decides to rocket jump in. And because he's also like I'm having to wait for the reload time of the tri-bolt. Really good push, 2 perfect rockets. So I had actually done really well for myself, but I fucked it up
Oh
by
yeah.
using tri-bolt at the time that I did. There are a lot of times where tri-bolt's very, very good to use, but there it wasn't, and I just needed to like hold the position I was holding, but be quiet. Like listen out for what he's doing, and just try to steal the mega from him. And if he RJs up, have like LG ready to go, and just annihilate him. But because I didn't have it ready to go right away, it gave him the opportunity to work his way in, and he crushed me. So now he's going to be stacked again. I know I'm going to spawn at LG side, so I just need to try to play for slowly getting guns now with 2 minutes left, and try to make every kill that he gets, because he has to keep pressing to make it very, very painful. Oh, excuse me. Check. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Gotta put in the food order. Give me a second. The Mega, and I knew Mega would have to push off. Definitely very okay. So yeah, that's what I need to do. 4 frags is definitely very defensible on this map, if played correctly. It's just all about if he can get like decent kills, if he catches me, and then he has items to back onto. So, like I said, I just need to make myself super annoying to kill, and like make him have to push all in at bad spots, and then where he can't like get me off spawn.
It's all about trying to track Rafa down there. The problem is at the later stages, especially on this map, the starting stack is going to be...
Okay, so here, as soon as he like threw the orb, I just jumped towards the Mega, because where he threw it, he didn't throw it onto the Mega, and I knew Mega was coming up. So I threw up all over all over the Mega, and where he would land if he took the orb, which is why you see he didn't take it. He's using it as a distraction, but this is really good because I have the benefit of being able to trade another life, and now I've taken more resources from him. And he can take a shit ton of damage, and he just can't finish it. I use my mobility to get away. And here I just have to be tricky to figure out like where he wants to go and what he wants to do, so that I don't feed a free kill. Here I'm just trying to deal damage as he's picking it up and get the timing. Get these ads out of here. What is this? So there's noise for an ad, but the ad didn't come up? Like, what the fuck's happening? Twitch is broken.
Could have been more proactive in between the items. He was just trying to rotate and do a full committal after picking them up.
So again, here, this is a good time to take a fight and to just like, he has to come through a choke to kill me, and now I have a 3 frag buffer, and there's not much that he could do. Like, I'm going to spawn with more stack than him. I should spawn somewhere safe, which I do. I spawn at Rocket. I go get to the T armor. He can't get that either. And so now I get position. I just go for LG. And then just play for Mega instead of Heavy, because he's likely going to play for Heavy. I stand at a really tough position for him to push. I have Spit, and I heard him use, as I like was moving there, I could hear him like throw the orb. So I know he doesn't have it to chase me. So I'm just trying to like absolutely punish him as he tries to push.
Good God.
Rail him and hit him with Spit. He gets the Mega, that's okay. Here I just like, I need to get more LG ammo, and just then I can safely like go down to the bottom and play at very difficult like spots for him to push me. He eats a direct rocket, which I'm like, oh, okay. Now that you've eaten that rocket, I don't have to go low. I can actually defend this position. If you push me, you're probably going to die. And I hit the rocket to rail combo, and that's it. It's just really tough for people to come back when they're that far down, because eventually, like, you have to make those plays where you're pushing through the very predictable angle, and there's not much you can really do.
Great showing by Rafa. Really impressed with his game across the board.
Good
Life
goal.
pick once again.
D-Rack.
A little bit
Thanks for the
unorthodox. We've seen
52-month
better.
resub. Thank you, thank you.
We've seen exactly why he's picked it, because he knows what Razy wanted to do with that Ranger. He knows he wants to be run at, really to be challenged.
Oh man,
in close
this
combat
cord is dying. I have to get a
he
new.
had the stacks to match
I have to
up
get a
better
new
on
cord
that,
soon.
and it worked to a T. Like we
I
said,
think I
we
busted it in the flight.
want to see more from Razy in between those item pickups. A little bit too ABC
No bueno.
to play against Rafa. Nevertheless, it's still a close game, irrespective of that.
Yep, it's all the way
Even
in there.
some
Okay.
confidence
Well.
losing on.
Yeah, the way he was clawing himself back, yeah, completely agree.
Okay.
And, you know, there's that
Let's
one
go to
point
the next
where
map.
you did mention as well where if it did one of
Now it's not showing up on the bar.
Can't juke him. We got
I don't like that.
can be more, especially on way, but you know.
There we go. All right. Ooh, excuse me. Quake Champions early beta time? Yeah, it was either then or when I was playing Quake Live and Overwatch still. So, it's been a while. How do you manage to think about all the details in Quake while you're dueling? Well, most of it is like experience. So the biggest things I'm thinking about when I'm playing are I'm trying to constantly keep track of item timing because that lets me know what my options are and what his options are. Okay. Um, the better that you are at timing, the better that you can push your advantages because you know how far you could take your limits. And then B, because of that as well, I'm always tracking the opponent in my head as best as I can with think of it like a mental wall hack. And I'm thinking about where he can get from A to B to C as fast as possible so that I can come up with plans based off of who can get to certain positions first, what the stacks are, what weapons, like who can gain advantages that way, who can get the cutoffs, who can do what parts of the map are dangerous because of the situation of the game and how fast they can get from A to B, that type of thing. There's all sorts of shit to think about when you're playing, and then like a lot of like the fighting stuff is intuitive. Like you need to just have experience and know situational fighting, what guns are best from what ranges, what you're looking for, how to turn around fights, when you need to leave, things that there's all sorts of things to think about. You put it this way, when you're trying to get good at this game, the game feels super, super, super fast to you because of all the thinking that you're having to do. But the better that you get, the slower the game becomes to you. It like slows down in your mind because your mind is like already processing those things super, super fast. And it just becomes instinct and second nature to you. I'm doing what I can, Giorgio. Gandhi922, thanks for the sub. Is my keyboard on my lap? As of right now, it is. Yeah. Well, yeah, enough of that. Let's get into Deep Embrace here. Or, as a friend of mine, Blee calls it, Pirate's Cove. I think we should rename it to Pirate's Cove. I'm just saying.
Well, enough chatter from us. Let's just go straight into this second map on Deep Embrace.
Awoken could be Florida Swamps.
And just see if Rafa can
Wow, more subs. All right. You guys, I guess I'll be thankful. Asaki Top Hat, thanks for the 2 months resub.
Closing parenthesis.
Core 3D, thank you for the 13-month resub. And the smiley, thank you. Am I enjoying competitive Halo? I'm enjoying playing ranked with friends. Like, it's been fun to do that. It's been nice to have something other than Quake to kind of like just take a little mental break before QPL gets started again. So yeah, it's been good. Now, if I was playing it competitively, Halo would be driving me nuts right now. Oh, it definitely would. But because I don't give a shit in that aspect, I'm having a lot of fun. DeFrankie, however you want it to be pronounced. Thanks for the Prime Gaming sub. Appreciate you. All right, don't you ever forget it. But yeah, all right. If you sub anymore, guys, you're gonna have to wait till the end of this map. We got to get on with the content here. We got to get going. Okay. All right, so off of this start, let me back it up again.
If we go all the way, you know what? Enough chatter from us. Let's just go straight into this second map on PC,
Straight
see
into it.
exactly
Get in there.
how these two are going to perform. And
Get
let's
in there,
see if
Lewis.
Rafa can extend that lead to 2-0.
So from this, it shows me that he spawned near Rocket and decided to just do the safe option, which I like because he learned from his mistake on the last map where he lost both items right away. I'm playing, again, a very mobile champion. Just take what you should get. So he gets Rocket, Heavy, gets the Railgun. So he has that advantage over me at the moment. Whereas I have a decent stack, mobility, and I can potentially take some chip damage and collect a light armor if I play it correctly. That's like kind of what I have to do.
in the series, or if Rafa
Okay, so I work my way over.
of course, Razy try and equalize the score.
Just trying to figure out which I should get, Rail or Rocket, based off his positioning. So I managed to get Rocket and Rail. I mean, LG and Rail there. So I'm just doing what Athena does best right now. I'm trying to find ways in and create more angles with the grapples. So I do. I tried to fake him out again. He stayed around way too long looking for damage, which he should have just, as soon as he saw me go by, just get the fuck out and try to survive. Because right now he can't fight from mid-range with LG. Just as it's hard to fight against Doom with rockets because of the double jump, it's also difficult to fight against Athena with rockets sometimes, especially when you're the weak one right now, like he is, because she can dodge, use the grapple, like to grapple hop on the ground and dodge really fast, or can potentially just grapple above you and make the where she's like shooting down on you, and then it's not really a good idea to try to go for the mid airs. Like you're not really going to hit them more often than not. So here's just I've just perfectly worked my way in with chip damage in the rail, and I'm just finishing up with chasing with LG, which if he had LG, it would be much harder for me to do this right now. So trade some good damage, though. He hits a good rocket as I get the kill. And so that's why right now I'm not looking for him. I'm not looking to take an up-close and personal fight. It could be 250-50. I'm trying to judge and just let him dictate where he's going. What is he doing? What is he going for? Can I, get any free shots on him? Is he not going to give me any free shots? And if he's not, okay, then whatever. Then I'll just play for trying to get all the armor on the map. So it's just what I do. I take the top, and then I go to the heavy, and I have 150 armor. Then I know that he's likely, as I'm doing that, from his position, that he's going to go from Mega to LG, because what does he not have? He doesn't have LG. And what does he need to fight against Athena? We just talked about it. He needs LG. So I get over there as quickly as I can, and I start fighting him. And luckily, I catch him to where he can't just back out. He's not like getting LG and going back. Like, I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage here. And as you can see, by my cooldown timer, I have like 1 to 2 grapples left. I could potentially chase him down. If I need to and the fight goes south, I can get away. So I'm just, as you can see, I'm just LGing the shit out of him, just destroying him. Because his dodging there has to be a bit more predictable, and I got the jump on the fight. And yeah, I'm just looking to clean this up. So good damage, but I predict correctly where he'll go. So nice switch to rocket from myself. And now I'm looking to, I take the bottom armor, because I knew when it would come up. And because I know the cycle of them all. And so what I'm looking to do here is to try to get high ground again. Because what I want to do is I want to keep him away from railgun, and I want to keep taking all the armor. With the way that the cycle is going, taking the armor is the best play right now. So as you see, I take a much safer path than what you usually would have to with other champions. And I fake the sounds out by going low, and I go up to the top center with my grapple and start figuring out where he is, because I know that this upper armor is first before the heavy. So I'm starting to zone him, and I know that he's likely pushing up because he wants to like be aggressive and get some control back, and I hit a really nice prediction rocket. And as soon as I hit that, I know it's time to go. It's time to push in. I grapple hop in. I know this armor's coming up. He's trying so hard to fight for it, to deny it. He can't even do that. And now he's in big trouble.
Ooh, it looks great.
So right now,
thank you.
If he goes for Mega, I don't really give a shit. I'll
You're
just
hot.
start fighting him and killing him at Mega, and then I'll go
I'll
grapple
let it
up and
cool
take
off.
heavy.
Hey, you got
If
a
he goes
Ray
to
in
heavy,
here.
I'm going to chase after him and kill him, because I denied his
Did your
access to
mama
the health,
abandon you?
and
What'd
he
she
really
do?
doesn't have anything. He doesn't have many options here. So I just play the center position, wait for him, and then figure out where he's going. And I'm like, okay, I'll take the kill. And ideally, of course, I would love to get the Mega and the Heavy, but I'm totally fine with taking a kill and getting the Heavy for free now. I've denied all the armor on the map. There's not even the low armor, because that comes up around 25 to 26. So that means, guess what? After I get this shit, I can go get the vials up at the top
No
of it, and then I
way,
can go,
Roth.
like, fight him potentially at Mega and the lower armor, and then just try to continue this death cycle for as long as I can. So as you see, I got Heavy, and I'm already working my way over there. So I know if I don't see him, he's likely worked his way over to rail. So as you see, I've worked my way over. I start denying him access to it, and I deal some good damage. Oh, and I didn't expect him to be where he was, actually. I thought he would be, like, farther back, like, trying to figure out where I'm going to go. But this just ends up leading to a pretty clean kill here. Get a nice rail, and I just wait out the cooldown to get LG. And here's a really strange scenario where, let's back that up. Sometimes, especially when you're in control, you need to start taking damage to kind of bait them into staying so that you get the kill. So, because I know, as I'm going to hit this rail, as I've hit it, if I don't peek whatsoever, he'll be able to get away. And then it will be harder to clean up the kill. Whereas right now, I have enough of a stack advantage after hitting 2 rails to taking nothing that I need to keep him around. And if he wants to keep dealing damage, and he starts dealing a lot, he might think, oh, I can turn this shit around. And he'll stay rather than leaving. So I start peeking more to start taking damage while I'm still waiting to be able to switch to LG. And so instead of him, like, backing off down to the bottom right and making it, like, harder to kill him and then manipulate the spawns, I kept him around, got the kill, and now I could go continue the armor cycle again, because guess what? I took more damage. And so now I'm looking for him. I thought he might go up high. He actually took the really risky move of dropping low, because if I showed up there with LG and he just drops down, I'm going to hit him 100%. So I'm going to hit him 100%. I'm going to get another kill and armor. So his risky play paid off because I thought that he would play it safe, and I went the opposite way. So right now I know, okay, Heavy and Mega are coming up around the same time. We're just going to trade items. And I just need to try to keep playing for denying rail if I can. Just figuring out where he's at, what he's trying to do. So that's some pretty good damage from both. And now I know that he's, like, since he has the Mega, he likely isn't going to be standing up by that HP bubble yet, and he doesn't have rockets to deny me, like entrance in. So it's good to try to catch him out and try to fight here. And so we just end up having an all-in LG fight. We both hit a lot, but I come out on top. Okay, I don't know why it swapped over to that, but whoever messed up the graphics. So now I'm trying to collect the armor and then see if I can get away, which I do. And I'm like, the win for me would be to just trade major items again. Trade major items again and keep the weapon advantage. So I hear him down below, and I have to be a bit more careful. Which, as you saw, I didn't dive after him because what? He has LG, he's got a big stack, and he's got punch. I don't have any grapples yet, and it's still a few seconds before I can do anything. So if something goes south, I can't grapple back up top to get away. I can't grapple and chase after him to close the gap and, you know, make good positioning, bad positioning for him. I can't do any of that. So it's best to just play this slow at the moment. Yep, nothing to really talk about right now, just playing the center, listening out for him. Okay, hear that. It's fine to, like, look for damage. Oh, this poor guy. So yeah, that's just, I figured the last few times I've been at Heavy while he's been at Mega. So I thought that he's probably going to do one of two things. Try to sneak to go get rail, so I'll deal damage if he does, and then I'll go over and use a grapple hook to take the Heavy, and then try to get both items. Or he's going to try to take the Mega and get high ground again, thinking that I'm getting the Heavy at the same time. So I waited, I listened out, and he took the jump pad, And so I just
Going up
roasted
with
him.
it straight away, Raze is so weak.
So I don't hit the rails that I should there, but it's okay. I've done a shit ton of damage. He only has the low armor to get, but I have the upper armor and the heavy armor
Not
to
doing
get.
Rafa any favors, but he's already
So I'm
done
super
the
stacked
damage
again.
he needs in order to re-engage and push on Raze once again.
And
But
so
I
there,
love
I
the little
grapple
fight
to
this
steal the
between
health,
them.
close the gap, get
Now
another kill.
60
So now this is potential danger territory though, because there's nothing up for a while. There's no mega, there's no light armors, nothing. And both light armors come up at the same time. So I have to try to play
Eating
get
break.
some health, and it's probably going to end up being like a 50-50 rail fight.
Yeah, it's going from bad to worse for Razy. However,
Oh.
the item
So he's unexpectedly there for me. I thought he would try to catch me at the bubbles down below by like going down over there or whatever. So thankfully he misses and I trade,
far apart.
which
Razy's
gives
got
me the
6
time
boxes
to
of
grapple
rail
down here and
rounds. Might not
guarantee
be
that I get
able
those
to
safely.
cross his
And so once he's done that, I'm willing to
Razy's
potentially take rail trades and fight for this armor.
nowhere to be found. Rafa's got timing on this light.
And so here, because I traded damage and I know that the light armors weren't up, I'm going to go for a gamble here. I'm going to try to gamble and fight him at the heavy and get another kill and keep control going.
He does. He's pushing across aggressively for the heavy. Razy's fortunately up on this.
But
That's aggressive.
I'm there a half second too late, and he successfully collects it during the fight rather than being like bounced away from it with the rocket, and he ends up getting a decent kill. So right now I need to just try to steal Mega, which I didn't think I was going to have to use a grapple at all. I shouldn't have had to. This went absolutely terrible. So he's running through, and then the rocket just like somehow perfectly knocks me out of the fucking map. And then I don't even get to steal it. So this is just a huge... So I went from taking like a small gamble at the heavy and it didn't pay off, and then he goes to the mega. And it's not a bad idea for him to fight, but the way that he was fighting for the mega was really risky. Especially because he was all-inning and leaving the armor up in case, like, you know, shit went south. And just the way the rocket happened to bounce turned the whole thing around from him and gave him full control. Whereas it should have been a situation where we trade a lot of damage and it's really difficult for him to try to keep stringing frags together. So now I'm just trying to like defend positions where it makes it really difficult for him to push me. But I know that I'm the one that's down right now. I can't just do whatever I want. So there, I know that I can't push in because he's Doom. He's likely just going to be able to leave and double jump to the heavy. So as soon as he had good position, I just say it's okay. Just trying to deal some damage and fall back. Really nice rocket from him into a good force spawn. And this is how this map goes sometimes. Like sometimes you're going to die and you're going to get spawn fragged. It's just the way it is. You have to decide whether to like delay your spawns to try to mitigate the frags, but they potentially keep gaining full control, or whether you need to spawn early and even though you're going to die, keep trading damage. So he catches me out here. He's going to get the mega. And then what I would have liked to have seen him do here is to go to... In this match, I would have liked to have seen him go from Mega to LG to keep the ammo going, because the only other ammo is all the way over on the bottom side by rail. Is to get that and then go to the light armor. But he's trying to defend the armor right away, which ends up being okay, but now I'm at a position where it's difficult for him to push me. Like, I'm holding a peak angle where I can try to deny him access to jumping to the high ground, and it's also harder for Doom in this patch to jump from LG to this platform. You have to do it perfectly. If you don't, it's much easier to just fall to the bottom. So now I've traded free damage and we're even, at least on the stack. And so now I grapple on over and I'm trying to get both the armors again. And so here I'm okay with dying as long as I like trade out. And we've traded rails. Beautiful rail from him. We both have to go for that 50-50 there. There's way too much on the line to not go for that rail. And he just happened to be the one that hits the shot. So he's going to get rewarded with the mega. And so here I'm moving in not to get the kill. I know that the light armor is coming up right after the mega. And I could fight for the mega, but it's a bit risky. Because if I take one bad rocket, since he still has a bunch of guns, I could be shit out of luck and then just give up a free kill. But the better thing for me to do here is to keep him stalled back and then go get the light armor down below and then like go get rail and then get position on heavy so that he can't just push it. And so I fake him out with the sound through the portal to catch him with LG as he goes through here to try to deny this armor. And so now I've dealt a shit ton of damage and I'm going to get the armor from him. So then I work my way up. This armor's coming up soon too, so I take it. And I slowly work my way in with machine gun and I'm going to get everything now. And people were asking, like, how do you think of that stuff that fast? That just comes from playing so long, thinking about the game properly, and again, having the timing of the items. Knowing the exact timing allows you to do so much more than just guessing and hoping that you're there. Sometimes you'd be there too early or you hang around too long because of that. But knowing like how long you have to get from A to B to C to do whatever you need to do is really important. And as you can see, it ends up resulting in me getting control back and getting all the armor on the map. So he could potentially get control back kind of the same way that I did. But the problem is if he misses the rail, I'll likely have a grapple to grapple hop forward and close the gap. So I'm looking for him. I'm trying to zone him out before the fight. I know he's weak as shit. So I go get the Mega. And if I didn't hit the rail, it's okay. The smart play there is to get the Mega and try to deny him to get this armor, which worked out. But if I didn't, then I just would have went up to the upper light, and then I would have went to heavy. And at worst, he's 100 health and 100 health and 50 armor for the next 20 to 30 seconds. And I, like, again, try to find him and just keep up the pressure. But now I get the kill. I know he's going to spawn over by rail, so I rush over there, trying to figure out where he is. So I double jump up. I'm trying to look for cheeky angles. And here I just, like, I feel like I don't want to push in with grapple because too much shit can go wrong, especially with Doom Punch at this patch was better. So I'm just trying to, like, accept that I'm going to lose the heavy and I need to play for the upper light after I've dealt some damage and I try to deny him some weapons. So he decides to push in here. So I've dealt a lot of damage as he's pushing in. And then here, as he's going for the punch, I sidestep and just get lucky that he doesn't hit me and I just destroy him. So it worked out great for me. I got him to use the ability. I dealt a lot of free damage. And now I'm catching him, like, panicking to get position to deal with me off the next Mega. And I don't have a grapple, so I can't grapple up. So now it's best for me to just double jump up here and gain position. Let's do that. Focus on getting ammo back. Know that this is coming up soon, so I'm looking to catch him. I don't, but it's okay. I need to keep trying to zone him out before this Mega and light armor, though, which is what I'm doing. I catch him. It's a good time to fight now because he missed the rail. And I get another kill. I'm doing all right. I have plenty to keep pushing him. I see him over there, so now I'm trying to catch him before he goes to the heavy. And then here, if I was just a bit lower with the grapple, Athena would then, like, kind of roll onto, like, the rock wall and then into the heavy. But because I'm just barely off, like, her like passive kicks in along with the grapple, and I don't have any left to come back in the map, and I'm gone. So what should have been a continuation of my control and another free kill and going up 4 and just keeping it going, I go for a dip off of Pirate's Cove. And now I've lost control. But I'm going to try to play the center position game. Know I can get the light before he's trying to contest me, and I'm just trying to figure out what am I allowed to do. What is he allowing me to do right now? And so I was going to go get the rail, but then I heard him jumping towards me, and I knew if I kept going, he's going to rail me for free. So I need to make this as difficult as possible, just try to trade some damage, and just stall him. Okay, so he went all the way to rail, and then I don't know why he walked up the way that he did. I guess he thought he could get through there cleaner, but I've done a shit ton of damage. taken all this, and now he just gave me a freebie. Like, I don't know why he panicked the way that he did, but he didn't need to do that. Like, he went too deep to rail, and then once he did that, he
Excuse
just
me,
needed
wow.
to accepted the fact that he shouldn't push me, and he should just leave. There's still plenty of time to come back when you're down 3, but he got over aggressive to try to take position to contest for Mega, and it totally failed. So here, I'm not trying to like give shit up for free, so I'm just taking my time, trying to damage him as he gets a rail. But it's really tricky fighting at this bridge, and especially with his double jump and the fact that he has rockets. So I'm just playing as safe of angles as I possibly can. I punish him a little bit, go get this, and now I want to, as soon as he goes through here, I want to fight for this, because he doesn't have LG yet. It's going to take him hitting 3 rails in a row to kill me. I get another kill. That grapple was just gut reaction if the rocket doesn't kill. It's just a okay, more ads. We could just hear them. Okay, thanks, bud. I'll get in a sec. So yeah, now the game should be well in hand for me. I just need to keep applying a bit of pressure and just focus on items, which is what I'm doing. I'm taking fights where like I'm dealing damage, and even if he rails me twice, I get away and get control. I swing in. I'm taking my time, like to let him move around the map. He's still weak. He has nothing. I'm just securing everything. I can go get this. I know that the armor comes up soon, so I grapple over. Well, he's waiting for it because he has nothing to really play for. Here, I just have to accept it. I just have to back off. I just look for a little more free damage here. And at this point in the game, I just start hitting rails. I think like I hit like 7 something in a row here for the rest of the game. Yep. Dead. Yep, another 3 in a row. Oh, sorry, I missed one, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see a reverse sweep from Razy in order for him to come back from this matchup. But of course, for you guys at home, if they come from the winner's side and go into the grand finals, they will have that 1 map advantage. And the way these guys are playing, every little helps at this stage. Just wait for it to finish, and nice little style points here. Now, I think I have to talk about Rafa a little bit just as a whole. Like his aim today compared to what we saw in the previous match earlier on and yesterday seems to be a lot more improved, and he seems to be his old self. Like when he.
Oh, these are all well.
Stages in the last
I guess that's okay.
like back in old form.
I couldn't agree more. And I think, if anything, Razy looks a little bit off of his game.
That's it.
I feel he's...
Let me fast forward to the next screen necessary for it. There we go. I need to go get my dinner. I'll be back. And water. Yeah, water. I'll get another one. Be back in a few.
Okay, let's skip ahead here.
when played right, can be exceptionally strong on this particular map. However, the weakest time in the Anarchy's life, and any like Chopper's life, is just off the bat when you've been killed because you have no starting stack. Often you've used your ability in the previous fight. What are you meant to do as an Anarchy when you can be refragged after refrag on this particular map? And then you look at BJ, you know, heavy machine gun, Rafa's innate ability just to know where you are and do chip damage at all times.
But in the end, no.
We gotta back this up.
Very well, and this is going to be the
Okay.
third map here. Could be the final
Let's
map
get
of
it
the
started.
evening, depending on how Razy plays this out, and of course with the Anarchy.
Okay. So this spawn, you can do a few things. You can either go for, you get the nail. Let's full screen it, and then let's make sure everybody can see everything, right? Yeah. Okay. We good. We good. So you get the nail and you go straight for mega, like you get the armor, get the mega. But the problem is this player is going to spawn on rocket, and they can typically get there fast enough so that as you're trying to get the mega, if you just run in there, that they'll hit you with a rocket. And so then they get a pretty decent advantage off the start, even though they're not getting LG. So you could do that, or you could try to bait that weird fight out. But this time I wanted to go for the armor and just go get the light, get the heavy, get shotgun. Because dual wield shotgun can be pretty devastating. It can overcome the LG deficit sometimes. So I pop it to just kind of like move my way into here. And here, this is a little too greedy for me. I'm like hoping for way too many rockets to hit like ledge splash, and I should have just not fucking gone here. I should have just backed out. It took like 5 to 6 rockets before I finally hit any rockets at the ledge. So here I know he has LG advantage over me, so I can't just get caught out by it, and I kind of just need to accept the fact that, you know, he got the lead, he's going to have LG advantage, and he's going to get mega again. And so I push my way through. I go and get that machine gun first. I have to just look to slowly make trades and work my way in.
So important. A vital piece of utility in order to try and keep your
I like what he's trying to do. He's like just trying to listen. He's not in fear of dying immediately. And I don't know how. Like, let's watch that again. I don't know how he was so far forward from the armor and got the armor. See, look at, he's forward and he kits and gets the armor. I feel like he should have been able to kit but not get the armor. And so now that allows him to get away. So he uses the speed, he doubles back, which is smart. I go over, get the other armor, and get the mega. So we're pretty even right now. We all have the guns we need. And so the thing that he needs to try to do in this matchup is to get more vials than me. To get his kit to constantly be up, to be annoying, and to keep me from being able to rush him with dual wield.
But in the end, no, Razy not looking too bad, but stacks almost equal.
So as you can see, he's playing this really nice and cautiously. He is playing the matchup the way that it should be because all it takes is for him to take one wrong path and I catch him with dual wield and he just throws away control. So I like how he's trying to manipulate sound, trying to listen for me, you know, trying to catch him at certain angles and just playing it slow. He's playing it slow right now. It's like he's playing ABC tactics and it's totally fine. Sometimes that's what you need to do. You just need to play slow, fundamental, quick. Yep. He's just trying to bait that shit out. Ooh, lots of damage there. Feels rough, man. So now I need to play it a bit safe because he has the advantage over me. And there I'm just trying to zone him out so that I can go get this mega. He just devastated me there. That should win me the low armor, but he should come out on top here. Yeah, he's going to be... I know I can't go for the health because he can use his mobility to get there. Wow, he actually pushed there again. I just didn't expect him to re-peek the same angle when I have position. And he just caught me at the perfect time as I looked away to move out the room.
That's what we've seen on the previous maps. He tried to push the advantage too much. However, on this match, it is more restrained, and therefore he's
It's good that I dealt that little bit of damage there. This is like the perfect fight for me to catch him. I know like that he's like trying to fight me a little bit and like delay this armor pickup. But now that like I can go here and I'm gonna have dual wield come up, this is like the perfect chance to catch him. And he just hits every single direct rocket that he needs to. Just really unfortunate to have gotten deleted like that. I had expected that even if I died, that I would, or not even if I got the kill, worst case scenario that I would be weak and then I could like force him to spawn where I wanted. But that just turned out terrible. And he's doing, again, he got enough vials to get his kit back, which gives him potential. So here, I'm not necessarily looking to kill him, because I don't have the guns, but I get Mega and I know I can get Heavy, and I need to try to like slowly work my way in here. I can't just try to be overzealous and get the kills back immediately. Yep, smartly he leaves. He's potentially in a lot of trouble here, because I've denied all of the armor, everything. But then there's just something about this area, like, if you let Razy get to this area, it is so fucking hard to deal with him. Nobody else plays the back of the Mega with LG like he does. And he manages to win a Mega that he shouldn't have, with how like the stacks had been going before. Oh my god. Alright, so then not only did he get away with the kill earlier at Nail, now he gets away with another one, pushing way too aggressively and survives with 5 health. So now he gets Heavy again, when it should be 3-1 with me getting the Heavy and denying the light that's coming up. But it's not the end of the world. I am down 4, but I can contest for this next Mega.
And I like this. It's very conservative, just making the right plays, making the right decisions as well. Just not really rushing into anything, not overextending.
Really nice LG. Just hit 2 perfect rockets. Where it bounced me was a horrible area, and he followed up properly.
Build that momentum going to the next 2 matches, because like we said, we've still got Veil with, especially the scale versus kill matchup straight after this. And for Rafa, he's gonna definitely struggle a little bit further here. Using Heavy.
He's just dealing so much more damage than what you usually take. I remember this game, it felt difficult to hit him. And not just because of like the hitbox size, because there's other games where I played people on light champions and it was totally fine. But just for some reason, it just felt tough to output the usual damage here. Partly due to his dodging, and then other times it just didn't feel as good as usual. So 6 is not undoable with 5 to go, but against Anarchy, this is like prime. This is like, you think of like pre-game goals, and being up 6 against BJ at 5 minutes is a good like benchmark for Anarchy, because worst comes to worst, you can play the running game, and it could be almost impossible to catch you.
Completely the opposite way in which he was playing. Much more calculated, much more efficient. And he's making the Anarchy pick look incredibly smart.
And so he's just playing the low ground because he's out of control. This is a risky, yeah, this was really risky for him to do that. But so I get my first kill. I have dual wield, I know I can pop it and just kind of fight my way for this Heavy, which is what I need to do. Of course, in a perfect world, I'd be able to get the light and the Heavy, but doing that would have put me way too out of position and made it too much of a risk. So I just needed to play for what I could get there. And a lot of this right now is like trying to catch him, like over here at the vials or up at Tribolt. And it's about like faking out sounds, and you just have to guess, is he behind door number 1 or door number 2? And you have to select the perfect one, and if you don't, he's gone. He's just gone, and you have no say in the matter. Because even if you LG him from the back, he just holds forward and it boosts him, and he just He just out of here.
And the chip damage, you know, the heavy machine gun, the nail.
And if you don't, he's gone.
few of his
He's just gone, and
What we haven't
you have
seen
no say in
from
the matter.
Rafa that we alluded to in
Because even if you
Skyrim
LG him from the back, he just holds forward and it boosts him, and he just wee. He just out of here.
The chip damage, you know, the heavy machine gun, the nail gun, the tri-bolt. Haven't seen any of that, which is very typical for Rafa. But also, Razy's just been better at using the vials. You know, he's on his 9th inject already. Barely seen the dual wield.
Yep, he's doing what he should here.
Areas, but we've seen
I
a lot
just
of
didn't catch him.
Hobbit in combat.
So I'm trying to be creative with rocket jumping up there, and it almost works, but then he kits, and I can't just drop
You're right,
and
though,
chase
Vito,
him.
he hasn't had the stack. Razy's holding position.
Oh my god, the shotgun whiffed. I was actually close enough to be able to do enough damage, and whiffed the shotgun. So I went and got the Mega, and I'm like trying to clear him out of heavy, and like even though I need the kills, I can't just let him get the major items. I have to focus on them, or I'm not going to get them. Like, get the kills. Oh, there's another weird ad, again, that we can't see, thankfully, but we can hear. So I'm just keeping track of the cycle of all the items so that I can try to, you know, deny him and catch him out.
A full lockdown here. He's actually forced out the injured. I don't believe he would have heard that.
And here I didn't want to like go for him at the light armor, and then he gets away and gets a free heavy. I fucked up the rocket boost. Yep, see there? If I guess that he's going to the pad there correctly, he dies. If not, he gets away. And he go. And now he's at another position where he's like listening for me, and he'll run the other way. He RJs away, which is a smart thing to do. I just have to keep like going for that and hopefully just catch him. Make the right choice.
Heavily working in his favor.
And the problem is here, when I picked this up, I knew like coming back was almost impossible because that light armor up there is the same time as heavy, and I can't really afford to offset. And yeah, because he could just constantly stay away from me. So there I'm like trying to do tricky stuff to like hope he's playing down there. And I don't even get a shotgun blast, I get like knocked up. So annoying.
I think that's just won the game. It's so frustrating for Rafa. He's trying to chase Razy.
So yeah, he's going to get the light armor, and then he's likely going to get Mega. But I'm like running over to see if I can contest him for it. And by that position, I know that it's still up. I'm like looking for him.
So I'll be surprised if he even gets a frank before the end of the game.
Because I need to try to get the kill and then collect the item after.
He's also got a champion that's just much quicker.
And that's that. Sometimes you just have to take like a little risks at the end. Like you have to leave an item up to try to get the kill and then go, and then it just doesn't work out. There's just not enough time. And he's going to back over again and run. This is why I said, like, being the lead that he had, it's really, really hard to win this matchup when you're playing from behind. This is a very feast or famine matchup. Like, BJ just crushes Anarchy and is constantly putting pressure on him, or Anarchy, like, gets a lead and just runs forever. It's just the nature of it.
Kind of see Rafa dying inside, trying to chase Razy around. He's just like, what can I do?
It's not trying to catch a fly, is it?
Yeah, exactly. He's making all the right reads, but this is great champions. He's got a champion that isn't quick, and Razy has one that can go quick and move through the air. So what on earth is Rafa meant to do? You can't even outbrain them because they can just easily run the other way.
Subtle hustle.
21 months of lessons. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Well, thank you for the 21-month resub. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, too.
I don't think Rafa's heart was in it then because he knew.
Well, that's the thing, Ink Dipper. You can't rage. Like, especially because, look, I'm up 2 maps in the set. He played very well and did what he needed to do to win. But this map's fucking over. So, like, in the last, like, 30 seconds, I'm just still trying to, like, keep warmed up. But I'm already thinking about the next game because that's over. So I'm thinking about, okay, what can I take away from this game that I need to avoid in the next matchup? What is my game plan with the keel versus scale going into the next one? What are my do's and don'ts at the beginning? What are my win conditions? You know, things like that. And just start thinking about that. Like, you just have to be able to put the bad shit behind you, and you just have to forget it. You have to move on with your life. And if you don't, you keep holding on to that anger and that disappointment, it just leaks into the other maps and just, you know, gives free advantages that, you know, they don't deserve. Yeah, Racy does some tricky and creative things, and a lot of it is like, how do I explain it? You have to play. You have to play like you have high anxiety. Like, Racy could be around the corner at any moment. You know, like there are certain things that you could kind of rule out, but like, you know, will he double or triple back for that peak? Will he, you know, do this or do that? You like have to like try to just prepare yourself for anything. Like if he's potentially within your reach, you need to expect that he can do shit and play around that. Any news about next season? Not any that I can give you. They'll announce when they're ready to announce when it starts. So all I can say is soon. That's it. That's all I can say. I will start preparing for the season soon. So there you go. Soon TM. Or as 40 likes to say, very soon. Wasn't it weird to sit so close? Nah, not really. I've had to sit that close in like other tournaments before. And honestly, we have noise canceling earbuds with noise canceling headsets on top. You can't really hear the other guy. It's not a big deal. So, and thankfully the lighting in the place was bright enough that you can't see teleport flashes. That has been a problem at LANs in the past where if you're playing too close to a certain player and there are no fucking lights around, guess what happens? They go through a teleport. Oh, there's a flash in my peripheral vision. I guess they took a teleporter. And the thing is, like, as soon as you take one, they're going to see it too. That's just an unfortunate situation that happens. Like, it just is what it is. It was more so a problem in Quake 3 and Quake Live than it is in Quake Champions. No, I like that they're facing away because think about it. If they're facing towards each other, there's a potential chance where like you could like just glance down across from them and you could like see that their hands are completely still. So then that gives you the opportunity to know, okay, I know they're probably in this area just holding this angle now. They're not doing anything. So the fact that we can't see each other's like selves, we can't, you know, see anything, it's perfect.
Having 4D chess level of knowledge and experience in this game is good, and all but nothing beats the straight-up half-pixel shot to win the tourney.
Huh.
Like not even. Looking back at the clip, I could not see a single pixel of the head of the other character on my 1080 monitor. Also yeah, Merry late Chris.
Thank you for the bits, Xidity. And yeah, I mean, I said it in the interview after. It was pretty lucky. I could see the pixel on my screen, barely, but it's more just like I just took the shot. I just hoped that he ran into it going for the mega. He was like panicking to go get it, and he did, and that was that. Correct. The chairs would not go high enough based off those decks. So like I took my thick hoodie and I folded it like once or twice, and then I would sit on the hoodie, and it was like high enough for me. But some players had pillows they would bring, and they would sit on those. So yeah, it just needed to sit higher. Otherwise, like my arm was like this, and no, this no good.
Map
Okay, let's get to
in tip-top shape, and the top players
taking
such as
care of
Rafa's
business.
Experience in the world.
We're talking about Dick, who's got that.
Okay, so this is another matchup, kind of like I explained.
Can't remember.
In the beginning, with if I were to pick Keel for Awoken and he would have picked Clutch. As the Keel player, the start of this game is super, super important. You cannot be the one that's down and chasing for kills. It just can't happen. Scalebearer is too mobile. It's too much a pain in the ass to catch and to force him to make excuse me, to make mistakes. You need to be making the game extremely even, or you're the one in the lead and forcing him to come to you and to go into all that grenade damage. So win conditions for the beginning are to really play a solid start, to not really go for things that are super risky, and just once you find the opening, fucking go for it. Once you find it, you go for it, you get the lead, and then you start like putting the pressure on as best as you can. But don't give him anything for free. If he gets a free kill, it is a nightmare to play this matchup. And I would know because I play the Scalebearer in this matchup a lot. So yeah, let's get this shit underway. Two beefy boys enter the server, one leaves. Alright, so he gets a great spawn, to be honest. He's going to get the LG, get the rockets, and then he should be able to turn around instantly and just go get Mega, which is what he's doing. Okay, and then I was stacked enough and had dealt a bit of chip damage beforehand that I knew that he hadn't got the Mega already. So I started working my way towards the rocket. I knew I wouldn't be able to likely get LG, but I could at least secure myself RL. And then I go to Rail. So like I said, I'm just playing it super, consistently. Just trying to slowly work in some advantages. And here, I've gotten myself all the weapons. I slowly worked my way around, and I made it so that if he tried to attack me there, we could have rocket grenades against his charge stuff, and it would have been pretty messy. So he didn't want to take it, which was pretty smart. So here he's like faking, trying to go through the portal, like where he wants to go. And here I'm like fuck this, dude. I'm gonna go get this heavy, and then I know when the Mega is, and I'm gonna fight him from an area that's tough for him to use the charge. You can, but it's very difficult. And it's tough to stand up there, and you can if you hit the nades on the rocks correctly, they will bounce right onto the Mega. So I'm just trying to punish him for this pickup. Which I do. Oh! Then you get the rail to grenade combo, which is just early Christmas present for me. I didn't expect to get the kill after the nade shot, but I just rail grenade. That's why it's really important to make sure you have your ability on a key where you can animation cancel and you can time correctly, because if you fuck up and you fire the nade first, then you can't shoot the rail because there's like a 0.4 second delay between shooting nades and then shooting regular guns again. So it's really important to be able to shoot with your primary first, then shoot with the grenade.
Wow. A real random grenade.
So then I go down to collect this armor because I know that where I killed him and where I'm at, he's likely not going to spawn over here by Mega. And so that's going to allow me to try to look for chip damage, and if I take damage, like a rail or something, I could fall back on this light armor before the next heavy.
Even from that angle,
trying to use all the resources to my advantage. So he managed to work his way there really early, collected the armor, but that's okay. I got through, and now I have high ground for the next heavy. And same thing, Mega comes up shortly after. So if we're going to play the same scenario, I have enough ammo. I can take the fight again.
That was a risk that certainly paid off, and Rafa's still got.
So I just make sure that I secure it with spam. I get out of there. Now guess what? We're going to fight for this shit again. Just making it tough for him to fight too easily. Hit him with another rail. Now he doesn't have anywhere to go. A miss. And now those nades force him to drop. And right there, he should have been able to deal some damage. He should have hit that rail. Him missing that rail is pretty big because now I'm going to be able to be about 100 because this is coming up. Whereas I would have been 100 health, 50 armor, and he probably could have taken control back because he would have had rail. He would have been healthy. He would have had charge. Maybe starting shotgun. But yeah, him missing that rail meant a lot. And here he fucks up his movement. And this is from him not his sensitivity is too low to play this champion the way that you need to play it, and so we'll watch this again. And he fucks up by trying to be too unpredictable with the movement and walks back into spam. And what he was trying to do is like go through the portal and turn around immediately, and he messed up and did it too early, and now he's piped. Boom. And then even though he charges me at close distance, it's not enough time to build up enough speed because the rocket had stopped his momentum, so it only did like 50 or 75 damage for the charge. And then I just waited till I got hit and instantly rocket grenade comboed him and just deleted him for 150. So that's perfect for me. I still got, you can't see how many grenades, I don't know, because of the spectator bug, but I definitely have at least some. I'm still healthy, and Heavy's coming up. And he doesn't have charge. So he can't even try to like charge into the area to steal it. So him being down 3-0 is okay because there's plenty of time left, but he needs to slow the game down. If you don't slow the game down now and you start getting down by like 5 or 6, that becomes a big problem, because every time that you're trying to kill Keel, like, you're having to go through choke points most likely, and you're going to have to take a shit ton of damage to trade out. Yeah, but Galena would not have been good. I already explained this before. Him picking Galena, I would have picked Scale immediately, and that is a great matchup for Scalebearer. So it just gets to a point where there's so many spots that Galena has to play perfectly where Scale doesn't. And yeah, you just run her over. So yep, I'm just slowly like baiting it out, accepting that I'm likely going to have to start playing for just one item. Let's see here. We have this fight, and then look what I've done here. All right. So I'm looking for where he is. I'm not just dropping down. He shows himself. We start fighting. I cover that angle, so I know he's not going to go back through the portal. And I start fighting. But right here, since he decided to jump onto the pillar first, onto the heavy, he can't charge me. Since he has no momentum, the charge will take him straight to the ground. It will be an absolute waste, and then I could just jump on top of heavy and then destroy him with rockets. Now that he's jumped over here, he's so far away to use the charge that I have so much time to manipulate his movement. And I'm dealing damage to him the whole time. Granted, it's like 2 damage a tick with LG, but I'm still dealing consistent damage. And he's not going to be able to hit me. Like, he just did not use the ability and position himself in the right way at all. And now I just get another free kill. I'm so stacked. And Mega's coming up. And he doesn't have charge. And so he's going for this stuff. And just like I explained in the Zeneku game yesterday, that it was very important that multiple times during the game when he was going for the vials, he was checking the most vulnerable angle that he could be hit from. And here, Razy's not. I come through, I hit a free rail, which allows me to keep moving forward. And I just destroyed him. And here, I'm not worried about chasing him too quickly. I don't need to. I could just keep working my way around, just use shotgun to keep sussing him out. I hear him screaming. It's just important for me to keep getting control and leave him weak. As long as I don't die, I'm good. I catch him at the health. He unfortunately misses the rail. And he dies. I'm going to get 2 shotguns off before he gets 2 rails. And so now I am super stacked again. I just need to keep looking to cut him off, keep creating pressure. Very nice move from him there. Okay, now I need to start backing up. He won himself the situation. I missed too many shots. I just need to keep high ground above heavy because he can't charge me. If he takes the pad, I can drop for the heavy. I just want to deal damage, and look what I'm doing as well, because I knew that the Mega was going to come up about 10 seconds after the heavy spawns. So what am I doing? Even though this heavy spawn, I'm keeping him from getting it. He doesn't want to take like a direct rocket and a grenade while collecting the heavy. Plus, it would take 2 rails to kill me, so I'm likely going to get railed and then leave and go to Mega. So I'm trying to just stall him. Stall him as much as possible so that he can't get heavy and then position for the Mega with his charge and, you know, kill me pretty easily. I'm trying to make it so that it's a nasty trade. Yep. So I've stalled him enough, and now I get to get over and yes, he's collected the 100 armor and denied it from me, but I get to collect a total of 150. I'm going to get up to 175, and I'm going to collect this armor. So I can defend myself. And here I know he needs like LG, or he might try to just come through and get top ground, so I'm trying to create a fight here. I deal a shit ton of damage, dodge unpredictably, and now I'm really healthy again. Oh, and I hear this, so I'm going for more damage. And here I'm trying to let him decide what he wants to do, because I know he still has charge, so I likely can't kill him. So I need to let him kind of pick. Does he want to go for heavy or go for mega? So he goes for mega, I deal a little damage. It's okay, let's just trade off. It was like too much of a risk there to go for an all-in, and then he gets like shotgun charge shotgun. That I end up dying and giving up both items, and that's what I cannot have happen. So that's why I'm just playing the position game, just playing to protect the lead and to force him to come into bad fights.
And I like this as well. Just not only is he trying to take Razy off guard from a different angle, but also at the same time he's
so just listening out. I know he's likely going over to the portal, so I'm trying to deny him early access here.
Instances can occur, but especially against the scale, this is what you need to do. Just keep your distance. Oh, the tri-bolt as well. He's looking to
Yep, zone him out. I'm like, I'll take the mega this time. And I guess when I spammed the nades and they were exploding, he didn't hear me jump or something. And so he faked going to heavy and comes back, and he's not even looking, and he rocket jumps at me. So he charges, and that feels rough, man. That's like worst case scenario for that boy. I mean, him dying would have been absolutely worse, but this sure ain't good. But I think this is just showing also just inexperience in not just playing scale, but playing scale in this matchup. Because this is a pretty even matchup, but you can't be making the mistakes that he's been making with movement and positioning with the charge and stuff. You just can't. And for the most part, the charge needs to be utilized in this matchup for you to, like, you deal a bunch of chip damage to Keel, and you out-rotate him on the map with your mobility, and you use the charge to secure mega or to secure heavy and go on with your life. And then eventually you whittle Keel down by just starving him from the map and you get kills. It gets really messy if you are trying to use the charge for fighting. It's very hard to use it cleanly, like it is in other matchups.
But I will just throw out there that it's very hard to get a refrag on a heavy. So that lead is.
So I just missed. Now I'm just zoning him still. Gonna go back for the mega. And here I'm gonna take an all-in chance because I know that he's likely gonna fight for this heavy, and I know there's enough time to try to get there and combat him. And if he's fighting on the platform, he can't charge to fight me. So we come through here. I'm doing good damage, but those are nice rockets from him, and it knocks me to a bad area. And right here, as soon as like I got knocked over the other side, I'm like, okay, this fight is totally turned on its head, and I just need to deal max damage. I'm going to die. So I do. He does a lot of damage. I decide not to try for this because he has rail and I don't want to take a free rail off spawn now that you don't spawn with 100 armor anymore. And I'm like, I'll just protect the lead. I'll get LG. I'll get this armor, and I'll go get rail instead. And I'll play for the next set of items. No big deal. So this is nice. This is very nice from him to hit the rail and go in right away. Good kill.
Oh, Rafa's playing right now. He's playing against Chain right now. No shot. Rafa doesn't know that his mic isn't working.
You must feel terrible having come so far only to lose. Can't catch me now.
5-minute warning.
Can't catch me now. Flying high and fast. I'm hit. Things are getting rough out here.
Ooh, why did you drop? Oh, that's a really bad. What? Be right back.
One minute warning.
Cover me! That was something else. They're hot on the
You lose.
Oh, he lost? Wow, he went down by 5 kills in that minute and a half. Huh.
Prepare to fight.
Now, test, hello? I don't know why it disabled my sound.
3, 2.
Yeah, I've noticed that my OBS has been doing that a lot too. What do you mean it's still not working?
Everything is good to go.
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that my OBS has been doing that too. Kind of disabling my mic for some reason at some point. Sometimes. Okay. I kind of like this.
Garbage ass game. Literally just so fucking horrible tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, that's cool. Whoa! Okay. Let's give it the old college test. College exam. See what Chain's trying to do. He's trying to slow the bleeding.
Like fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like right LG to me. Yeah, like yeah, it just doesn't sound right. Oh, that's better. And level 31's pretty good. I just want somebody who's higher level.
Why are you here? That rocket wasn't even close to me.
Well, yeah. Okay. Okay, you see they're standing up again. What happened? I wonder if it's just specific to this character. Like something's bugged with the character or what? Oh, a death. I put a death lord here? Okay. I'm actually not opposed to it.
Okay. It's just such utter garbage. Like, why? Why is it so bad tonight? Like, what is with the hit registry?
All right. Now the werewolf. Oh, wow. How hard do you hit? Kind of want to know. Okay. I guess I'm okay with that.
God, man. Like,
How hard do you hit? I wish I knew. I wish it would attack. It won't attack because there's no nav mesh, but still. I wish it just would do it like the Draugr.
you want to register after 17 minutes of play.
You see, now they're not attacking each other. You attack now? And not bad. Forgot how much I loved this character. Ah, so cool. Look at us. Anyways.
It really didn't make the heavy sound. Man, I was pretty close. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this is more what I wanted. Like, this is more like it.
I just don't get how I could play for almost 6 hours last night in 4 versus 4, and all of those games so better than this. Why does the game just take a shit sometimes when playing duel? I don't get it.
Oh, it is backwards. Okay.
Almost didn't make the champ select in time because he didn't listen. He said, don't start the lobby until the champ has been switched. Advanced video is all standard. I just don't have bloom and flares on.
Prepare to fight.
What the hell happened to you? I don't like that. Why did it do that? Mirror entity?
Yep, this is real chain. Yep.
Resisted? What's the favorites menu again? That's what it is.
Yep. This is gonna be one of those games.
Now, why did it do that?
Somehow it sounded like he's coming up top. There's no water sound below. I'm restarting my game after this. There's such fucking garbage.
But it's static, right? Why is it like that? All right, well, anyways, let's go back to the main menu real quick. We'll go as a level 1 character. Somebody completely fresh.
Stacked him by a shit ton and still almost lost. Just getting to play like a complete idiot. Don't worry, the game's gonna feel like it's fucking falling apart. So you're not gonna get punished, and you just get to run into an area. No big deal. Yep, to do it again.
Yeah, that'd be very difficult.
Don't worry, my LG's not gonna hit there. It's a free kill.
Yeah, they still look weird. I don't hate the way it looks, but that's weird. That is weird. That's not bad.
Just doesn't feel real.
That's not bad either. Oh, that one's not as good. I might delete that one.
Why would you drop it up through the portal? Dude, 20 ping to 30 ping. Why does it do this?